We always think of our problems and life as a very big complicated mess often, and there's no simple answers. And yet sometimes the simplest thing can be right there staring us in the face. So here it is. No matter whether you think of it as in a sporting environment, a workplace, or even your daily life, the most accessible and easy tool that you can ever come across is the ability to take a pause. Yes, when you're all set up ready to launch and all the things that you can think about are the things that can go wrong, your mind has shifted away from the things you want to be doing to the things that could possibly go wrong and hinder whatever progress that you're about to make or any decision that you're about to make. All you can visualize is, well, this is going to go pear-shaped, and it's going to go pear-shaped really quickly, and it's all my fault, and I can't believe I've even put myself in that situation. How did I let myself get to here yet again? Life is feeling like I'm about to be pulled well and truly out of my comfort zone. Everything is resisting. Nothing wants to go forward. All my decisions are going in the wrong direction. My thoughts aren't clear. Nothing seems capable. Nothing seems possible. Don't let it go. Stop. Stop. Really stop. I want to get out of here. And yet it keeps pulling me. Keeps pulling me. I can't seem to resist the flow of thoughts going in all the wrong direction. Everything's a tangle. Nothing seems to be laying out the way it should be. I can't get on top of this. It's all going wrong. No way. It can't work. It really can't. What the hell am I doing here? I just want to get out of this situation. Get out as fast as I can. Alright. My beautiful husky Sentry is going to help us with this pause moment and explanation, because he is the ultimate in terms of trying to be a distraction. And it's this type of thing that we can use pause in, because he will want my attention. He will try and distract me from the thought process I've got, just like he just did then. And it's that helpful thing of pause, take a breath, and hardly even break stride. So how it occurred for me when I was first starting to learn to deal with it, I was a competition rider in show jumping, and after a long day, and especially very hot summer days in Australia, you would often be slightly dehydrated, slightly distracted, slightly fatigued by the end of the day, and you're going into the judge, getting the bell, and you really weren't anchored to that moment, the horse you're on, and what you need to do next. So I came up with this little policy for myself, and to first understanding this, about how you have 60 seconds before you used to start, and I would really take a pause. I wouldn't just leap into my round. I'd ground myself, take a breath. Where am I? May sound strange. Who am I riding, and what did they need from this ride? And then I would proceed to start the round. And initially, that time period used to take 15-20 seconds before I could really regather my thoughts and get going. But the more you do it and the more you get into that, it becomes much better practiced. And literally you can do a pause moment in less than a second, less than a breath, to just gather your thoughts. What am I going to say next? What am I going to do next? And that led me then, especially as a coach, where you're being bombarded with information, you're also being bombarded with a lot of other things in terms of the rider's emotion, the horse's, how they're feeling about the pressure that they're able to sustain, their perception of how much pressure they're on, the perception of how much the rider's on, where they feel they are as a partnership. So then it was that pause moment to really listen and be able to listen to what was being said, rather than straight away jump into a directive moment. Because a directive moment means we're not allowing the person to grow, we're just telling them what we want them to do. And that also allowed me to really decide which way, and I wanted them to have the opportunity to, well, we can come at this problem from this way, and this is why we're doing it. Or we can choose to do this, but I want them to understand why we're doing this actual task. Whereas when you're in directive mode, you're very much just telling them, off you go, do that, and there's not necessarily a growth in the partnership. So as a coach, I really found it a really great tool for you. Just take a couple of seconds. You might even adjust something which would take you 5 or 10 seconds while you went over some thoughts in your mind, and then you came back with the answer that you want to, or the question, more importantly, that you want to ask next. And then the same thing with relationships or in when you're in meetings, that you actually allow yourself to pause, listen to completely what's been said. Then, what do I want to say and what do I want to do? So you're just clearing your mind of that simple communication that you want to have so people can understand where you stand, what you're standing for, and what you would like to see in the decision going forward and why. So pausing is a wonderful strategy. It then gets you into that decision loop. So you're going from that pause, you breathe, you're orientating. So in other words, where am I? What do I need to do? What's the decision I need to be doing? And then my action. Because we can all get caught in one part of that loop where we can either orientate, but we don't then go to where we are. And then we can sometimes make a great decision, but we haven't moved forward into an action. Or we can do all that section and then it is a loop for a reason. So it has to loop back to, from our action, what did we see as the result and what do I need to do next? And the pause gives us that wonderful moment of embracing the let everything go, clear your mind. I've been working on this, I've been training for it, I've got the skills, now let myself have the action. And this is what I found really worked and helped me. And initially it may take, even 90 seconds to really get a handle on. Some people might even find it takes 2 or 3 minutes. And yes, that seems a very long time, and that's sometimes really awkward in certain situations. But if you practice it, you'll get that pause and that breath down to less than a second, less than a heartbeat, where you can just clear your mind and trust that you have the strategies to move forward in this situation. So it's a time to also reflect. And that reflection tells you if you can be in this situation. And if you can't be in this situation, well, what's lacking? So then I just have that honest conversation with myself of, this is a skill I need to practice, or this is the emotion I'm not learning to deal with. However, sometimes having the emotion means I'm uncomfortable, but doesn't mean I can't do it. And that's that important separation of pause also gives you, yes, I'm feeling uncomfortable, but that doesn't mean it's not possible. Often I can step into what I emotionally think is impossible, but my skills allow me to do. So good luck. I hope you can think of a new way of giving yourself a pause, and the pause actually gives you strength. And strength means you can move forward with courage. I hope that helps. Take care, best of luck, and remember to go for it.